So, okay. Listen, we starting something new. I came back to the channel. I'm back. You know what I mean? I'm back. Came back to the channel. We starting something new. The motherfucking... Listen, I am doing the YouTube. I'm doing the video off the screen record. You know what I'm saying? Off the screen record. You know what I mean? The reaction off the screen record. I'm just a creator, yo. I'm just a creator. We you know what I mean? We starting something new. Digging in the crates. Digging in the crates, yo. We gonna be going back over some things. You know what I mean? Checking some things out. Checking out some topics. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna, I was thinking if I was gonna turn this channel into something else, but you know what I'm saying? This is a JBP theme, and it's enough crates to dig into. And when I mean crates, I'm talking about episodes. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about episodes. So, this the first clip. This is historic, yo. The new show. The new show taking your YouTube by storm. Digging in the crates, yo. We got the clips, you know what I'm saying? And we're gonna be chopping it up with the subjects. I'm the 8th, 9th, you know what I mean? However many people they got, I'm the 8th, 9th member of the JBP. You know what I'm saying? I'm so when I insert my philosophy and I give y'all my breakdown, that's me, being a part of the show, man. I never talked to Joe, but I be wondering sometimes if like Joe don't fuck with some of the shit that I post. And it's like, it don't even be like, I'm like, I don't even be trying to paint him in no certain type of light. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna lie, sometimes I do go back over the stuff that I posted, and it'd be like, damn, I could see how if he think that it could probably look like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm just being pure of heart, just posting shit, interesting shit, and it's you might look at some like, hey, you know what I mean? Like you posting the Joe L moments or some shit. Like it's like I'm trying to pile on or some shit. It's like, nah, I don't know. And then on another side, I be thinking like, sometimes I think Joe be doing that shit on purpose. That's the shit where he be talking about with the theatrics and shit like that. I be thinking like, this guy, he's like, listen, I'll be the villain on the, you know what I'm saying, just to make it theatrical, because I wasn't trying to target him or nothing like that, I could see how it may look that way when I started looking at something like, damn, but all in all though, I just posted the things that I found interesting, you know what I'm saying? It's just that guy, you know what I mean? It's just the star, you know what I'm saying? But Joe is like the quarterback coach, you know what I mean? The power father, you know what I'm saying? But he knows that fucking Ish was right there with him with the ingredients though. He know that though. That's why he went back to Ish. You know what I'm saying? He know that though. You know what I mean? And Ish poor heart. Ish, you know what I'm saying? Poor heart. Ish heart, he don't understand that Joe wakes up every day and think like how am I gonna get at Ish on the pod? Like Ish don't understand that. Like Joe is like that, like he's like that deep in with it. How you think he gotta, you know what I mean? He like, listen, if I can dig at Ish the right way, like this shit like that can keep the shit going. Like me digging at Ish a little bit, you know what I'm saying? And then Ish like, see, Ish don't understand that though. I think he's starting to get it, but it's like, bruh. Since your first episode, bruh, this nigga Joe wake up, he have him some coffee, you know what I'm saying? Just picture him, you know what I mean, with the circle face and shit, He have himself a coffee, and he's like, how can I get on Ish? You know what I'm saying? He's starting to light up a little bit because he like, I don't want to fire off on him, but he's like, I've just been so dominant with the, you know what I mean? So far, we already up, about to be 1,000 episodes. But anyway, I don't want to stay too long. You know what I mean? Let me see how much I got on the, whatever. Okay, so let's talk it out. You're talking about Kanye. I haven't even watched this clip. So as I'm recording this, as y'all seeing this, I'm saying it live what I think, you know what I mean, in real time. I haven't watched the clip before to know what's going on, so I'm just as new in it, in the video, in the clip as y'all, from what I can remember, So let me mute up, and then let me mute up, and then we go from there.
I don't have nothing to say about the rest of Kanye tweets. I'm done. Yeah, I'll toss it to Mark, my fucking educated doctor brother.
I'm just sickened by it, to be honest.
Which part of it? Besides all of it.
There's a few pieces to Kanye for me that trouble me, right? One is how cynical it is. It's very clear that he has some kind of mental illness, to me. He shows all the signs of mental illness. It's also clear to me that when he has an album release, he does wild shit to get attention, or a product to sell, whether it's shirts or
so then that's my problem when people keep assigning, mental illness to all of his fucking antics, because he's so lucid when it comes to the marketing strategy behind anything that he fucking does. Like, you can't have it both fucking ways. You know what I'm saying?
But you can, right? You could be you could be mentally ill and know enough of what you're doing. So why you mental illness doesn't make you like Nazis. It doesn't make you call yourself Adolf Hitler.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a quick question.
He seems to claim that it does.
Can I just ask you a question? Yeah. Why are you not mentally ill and ranting all the time then? Why do you pick and choose when you do it?
That's an interesting question.
That's the calculated part. That's why I don't like that. It seems like a scapegoat.
It's the same scapegoat when a guy says, who's like, likes to beat on his woman, I just lost control. You didn't lose control with your boss. You didn't lose control in the streets. You didn't lose control with people that are motherfucking bigger than you. Like, it's you chose the avenue, and it's very specific, and you do it, like I said, every cycle, exactly.
But it wouldn't mean that in your example, that doesn't mean though that guy doesn't have an anger issue or that he doesn't lose control.
He don't have a mental illness.
So I think they play into each other.
He has more control over that issue than he lets that.
Exactly.
Right.
That's possible, but everybody that got a mental illness in most instances, they have it under control sometimes. And it might rear its ugly head on other times.
So, like, what, for example,
I'm not saying that he don't necessarily think about this. Sometimes the things that we've seen Kanye do, he did them without thinking about the recourse. Bro, that shows some sign of mental illness where your self-preservation is thrown to the hazard. We don't know what was going to be the negative drawback from some of that shit he's done in the past. He did that without regard for self.
Cool, but now he's actually speaking on the recourse. Hey, y'all can't do nothing to me now.
But he didn't know.
I'm talking about now.
Cool.
So this makes it more calculated.
I'm not disagreeing with you, but in the past, he didn't know he was going to overcome some of that shit.
Correct.
Yeah.
I'm only speaking on now, which means
so you saying he was crazy before, but he's not crazy now?
I don't think he ever gave a shit.
I don't think that this is an episode as people try to make it out to be. This is let me tap into that.
Choose from thousands of realistic voices to use in your content.
As people try to make it out to be.
So for me, when I create certain things, I make certain choices of what I'm going to do. Whether it's to not sleep or sleep, whether it's to take Adderall or not, or whether it's to do this or
now. Cool. So this makes it more calculated.
I'm not disagreeing.
Okay, hold up. All right. So first what I want to say is this guy Mark, man. I like Mark. But see, let me tell you what Mark does. And it's like I'm still getting to know Mark, you know what I mean? Mark, because it was a while where I wasn't watching any episodes like that, you know what I'm saying? Or like when I was driving truck and shit like that. So Mark comes on, and what I'm noticing about Mark knows more than he's saying. Like he strike me as one of them guys. You know, he knows more than he's saying, you know, and I'm not, you know, maybe not, but I'm just, you know what I mean? Like, look at him, you know, he knows a little more than what he's saying, and he's like, because he's too sure, you know what I'm saying? People's energy, he's too confident, you know what I mean, to kind of like throw it off and just try to, like, he's confidently putting mental illness on it. First one out, he was ready to, like, let me steer the conversation. Notice he like, listen, I got to steer the conversation. You know what I'm saying? He kind of getting them on their side. But as far as like him just saying like it's a mental illness, it's like you got to look at it like this. On planet Earth, if you have a body and a brain, you have a mental illness. You have a defect. You're not perfect. You know what I'm saying? So everybody, it's like everybody has their things, and then, you know what I'm saying, we sit around and then we point out to each other, you know, what we're seeing. But even though, you know, some of that is cool too, because it's like, you know, hey, this is, I'm telling you, because you can't see what others see. You know what I mean? And so mental illness is a little stretch. Is it a little performative and a little, you know, you got to understand he's Kanye West. You know what I'm saying? He's superstar. His ego could be just naturally, just from the last, 20 something years, just could have his ego on some, like, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like this, like, listen, I have something to say, listen up, you know, like, hey, you know, you might have something to say too, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I'm not telling you to, you know, not pop yours, you know, I'm popping mine right now, you know what I'm saying? And so, you know, I feel like sometimes you can get kind of caught up in the, putting too much dip on the chip, you know what I mean? Like, you know, and so, yeah, I think it might be a little stretch. It might be just a little ego, or, you know, now today as I'm recording this clip, you know what I'm saying? Who knows if Kanye would have did something a little more where he's, you know, I don't know, like being a little more agreeable, or, you know, but what's agreeable though? You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, you know what I mean? like it's like, you know, what's agreeable though? You know what I'm saying? Because everybody's not gonna be doing the same things and carrying it the same way, you know, that they try to. But I'm thinking of, you know, hey, you know, he's not knocking nobody over the head and being violent. I'm just thinking, hey, if you want to go buy his shirt, you know, and then it's like, you never know. It's like, he could probably be on the side of like, look, I'm trying to show somebody else how this thing is done. You know, I'm trying to inspire. We always talk about, oh, this person is so inspirational. And then, you know, so you want to look at that factor too, as far as like, you know, trying to be polarizing, trying to go at things at certain different types of angles. But you know, let me mute up. Let's hear a little more.
Agreeing with you, but in the past he didn't know he was going to overcome some of that shit.
Correct.
Yeah.
I'm only speaking on now, which means
so this he was crazy before, but he's not crazy now.
I don't think he ever gave a shit.
I don't think that this is an episode as people try to make it out to be. This is, let me tap into that and use it right now.
And that could be true, but also with creative processes. I know for me, when I create certain things, I make certain choices of what I want to do, whether it's to not sleep or sleep, whether it's to take Adderall or not, or whether it's to do this or that. So for Kanye, for example, I don't want to speculate about his specific habits or his mental illness, but it wouldn't shock me if he doesn't take medication when he's creating. I know a lot of people who stop taking their meds when they create.
Oh, that's a good
Well,
one.
yeah, no, I mean, a lot of people have thought, you know, I mean, because he's gone from saying that it's bipolarism to now it's autism, you know what I'm saying? So he's basically, so a lot of people are under the impression that when people are on medication, you know, it controls the mania, but then it also kind of deads you and deads your creativity and stuff like that. And so that's like a pervasive, you know, kind of like thought.
So follow it to the next step though, right? Mm-hmm. So that could mean that every time he has an album coming out, he is going to do crazy shit because he's not taking his medicine every time he's making an album.
Yeah, but what that does is that's a disservice to anybody with a mental illness.
Agreed.
Okay, because just because you have a mental illness does not mean that you become wildly offensive to, I don't know, the greater part of the fucking global community and
Absolutely.
just exactly like
Great point, Mel.
it just.
I get it, but you know, I think it's more so it's not fair. They're not being that fair. You know, you can't just automatically don't put that you know that medicine. First of all, it's 2026. We can't be on some like, you know, trying to like reject the fact that medicine and things like that of the system, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't base all of that on that to say, you know, that's the definite cure. You know what I'm saying? Like, we gotta start open, we gotta start elevating it, we gotta start opening the mind, we gotta start being honest, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta put some of that on genius too. You know what I'm saying? You know, you ever hear people talk about, you know, autism and things like that, and how, man, you know, they're actually genius. You know what I'm saying? It's just in their way of what they're doing. You know, I don't think that's fair to just put medicine on something, you know. Shoot, I've talked to a lot of people that said, man, that medicine had me effed up. You know what I'm saying? Like, that medicine, it was like the medicine gave me the problems. You know what I mean? The medicine gave me the problems, because you thinking you just giving somebody some medicine, but you're just giving somebody that's something, you're giving someone something that's not natural, and it's like once you give it to the body, now it's like a dependent, and then it has certain reactions to the brain, you know, things like that. When we talk about having to take it over and over and over, you get what I'm saying? And so I don't think that's fair. You know, like I said before, Mark, he strikes me as somebody, you know what I mean? Like, Mark know a little bit more than what he's saying. You know what I'm saying? He's too, you know, he's too brash. Like, he's too brash. You know, and I could, you know, I could just be talking shit, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, I'm picking it, like Mark ain't fool. Mark, you know what I mean? We got him. But, you know, yeah, I don't think that's fair enough to say. And what did Mel say? What did she say? Hold up.
When people are on medication, you know, it controls the mania, but then it also kind of deads you and deads your creativity and stuff like that. And so that's like a pervasive, you know, kind of like thought.
So follow it to the next step though, right? So that could mean that every time he has an album coming out, he is going to do crazy shit because he's not taking his medicine every time he's making an album.
Yeah, but what that does is that's a disservice to anybody with a mental illness.
Agreed.
Okay, because just because you have a mental illness does not mean that you become wildly offensive to, I don't know, the greater part of the fucking global community, and
Absolutely.
just exactly like
Great point, Mel. I'm trying to agree now.
Okay. As far as like, and maybe I have to, maybe I gotta listen a little more, but I'm. You know, maybe I should let Mel chop it up a little more. But if she's going where I think she's going, you know, and you know, I'll correct myself. If not, you know, I understand what she's saying, but as far as like, it's like he has to come out and say and do something, you know, just to voice his opinion, or like, you know, get off what he's trying to get off. So I won't say it like that, like, you know what I mean? Like, he can't, you know, get in front of people and, you know, say certain things. He has to say something, you know what I mean? Now, like I say, you know, if this was the day, you know, maybe he's, you know, in a different mindset. Maybe he'll say something different. But let me see what Mel's talking about. Maybe I gotta hear more and see what did he say. So let me mute up.
We countering what you said.
No.
Just because
I'm saying
like,
the Nazi part.
like exactly.
Being mentally ill don't make you a Nazi. It makes you say wild shit. It don't make you say that specific shit.
Elon claiming to have Asperger's or whatever, that does not make you fucking do a Nazi salute.
That part,
you know what I'm saying?
right.
Like, it's such a fucking cop out. It kind of makes me nauseous.
And that's the part about Kanye that I don't fuck with. Again, like, I don't want mental illness to get mischaracterized as it makes you racist, it makes you
And it
anti-Semitic.
does, and that is what he's trying to do.
Right.
Well, I don't think he gives a fuck that that's what is the byproduct of what he's doing.
Right.
Is that it's mischaracterizing mental illness, and it's not fair to people who actually have it, struggle with it, take medication, and they're responsible with it.
I just don't want to write him off as somebody who doesn't have mental illness. That's all I'm saying.
I think that I think
not.
that the mental illness piece is you not able to hide your bigotry. You not able to hide all of these things. Because most people, excuse me, that may have a bias, they'll shelf that bias. They'll suppress that bias. They won't say the things publicly that they'll say behind closed doors. Him having a mental illness, it sounds like, fuck, I don't give a fuck about their consequence. Fuck everybody. You know what I'm saying? And so he'll say it, and I think that's the mental ill part of him not hiding it.
Yeah, him trying to market hoodies like the one that Cassie was wearing during the video where Puff was attacking her was, I didn't think that it could get any
He
lower.
did that?
Yes. Yes.
Wow.
Bruh,
I didn't
it's
think it
out.
could get any lower.
I
That's
think
crazy.
he's looking to
That's why.
emotional outrage market. Like, I know this is gonna bother and affect so many people.
Rage
So
baiting, all
yes,
that shit. And that's what makes it
his
so fucking
lane,
tacky.
bruh.
But if that turns into sales,
I feel like
what does that say about the people?
It turned into sales, and he showed the sales
On the
said-
hoodies?
on all of that shit that he shouldn't have been promoting. He said, "This is what our 1 day sales looks like from the hoodie that Mel talks about,
The
from
swastika, the White Lives Matter
People
one.
purchased it. I think he made like $1 million day one,
Bro, listen.
total.
Let me.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I want to be careful. This is sensitive.
Yeah. Yo, the Trump coin. It was a Trump coin that came out. Bro, that shit went from 18 cents to $72 or some shit. Mad millionaires were bred 2 weeks ago? Might have been like 2 weeks ago.
I keep missing.
Bro, off of that.
I think putting mental illness on Kanye is gaslighting him.
It could be. But you don't think he has a.
But what about when he puts it on himself?
You don't think he has some sort of issue?
He's come out. The album cover was "I'm bipolar." It's amazing.
I take anything he says with a grain of salt. Like, he's not my source to be like, oh, he said this is what it is.
I think that's fair.
I don't get that from him.
That's a good point.
And for me, that's like some real American shit to do, is throw mental illness on somebody when we don't get them,
or for
when we
being
don't
mean, or for
understand
being
them, or when they say something or do something that is outlandish. I don't know that he don't really believe
That he's
what
God.
he's saying.
No, that's what I said. I said I think he believes what he's
And
saying.
if he believes what he's saying, I'm not going to say,
Yeah,
are
I
you
don't-
mentally ill? I think your views are different and dangerous.
True.
Yeah, I think it's both though. I mean, people close to him, even Kim Kardashian herself would say Kanye's I don't know if she used the word bipolar.
I don't think that's right for her to do.
I mean, but when you're married to somebody and
And
you
the
say,
other-
hey, he's not taking his meds, I think you at least know that somebody has meds to take.
I'm with that.
Medication
but I
don't
know
necessarily mean I'm crazy.
I know
Yeah.
that they operate at a pay grade that's above me. The flip side of that was him saying that they're trying to put me on the Britney Spears conservatory shit, and they hiring their doctor to come and certify me as crazy so
remember the
they can
text
take
message you
control
put
of my
out?
money. Yada. So I don't. I take all of it.
And
with
that
a grain of
doctor's
salt.
that doctor's history
It's
for
sketchy.
black people is sketchy.
Yep.
We look at that doctor like we look at TV. We watch too many TV shows.
Like, we could bleep this because I don't even want to repeat what he said, so bleep it. But during Super Bowl, he said, I am and had. Drake said,
Okay, while that's trying to, I just looked up this episode. It's from February 13th, 2025. That's when this episode aired. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a look and see when did Ye apologize? Because I know he said something about he apologized. Like, I remember something he apologized. It came something about an apology came out. Let me see. Kanye West apologizes. Like, this is historic, nigga. We make history. Digging in the crates. We make history, my nigga. We make history, fool. Oh wow, that is crazy. That's hilarious. Okay, February, and you publish it to those I hurt. Okay, all right. In the letter, he apologized for his past and stated that he is not a Nazi and expressed deep regret to both the Jewish and black communities. Okay, so stated that he is not a Nazi. Let's see something. Just for, let's just do a little research. Okay, a Nazi is a member of the National Socialist German Workers' Party led by Adolf Hitler, which ruled Germany from 1933 to 1945. The term comes from a shortened form of the German word for nationalists. He said he was, okay, so from the shirts, things like that, and from what he was saying, people took from that he was a Nazi. Okay. Man, I could say that about a lot of different type of groups, and you know what I'm saying? Like we gotta start, you know what I mean? We gotta start opening our mind with it. But what was he saying though? I guess, I don't know, maybe it's like he's attaching himself to it. Like, is that what did it? Like him attaching himself by selling the shirts, or was he trying to make a statement of like, look how many people out there agree with this, or you know what I mean? Like, or maybe it was some shock value. Maybe it was, you know what I mean, some shock value add with some, like, you know what I mean, trying to be edgy and, just, for my product that I'm selling, it's like some shock treatment almost. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll say this is what I'll say. There's a lot of things that I can talk about and say as far as like groups and things and, things that people do as far as where it's like killing people and, torturing people and things like that. It's different things and different groups I can say that same thing about. I don't know, I guess, because, hey, some people don't like Donald Trump for what Donald Trump say. You know what I mean? So it's like I can look at it like, it's one of them things where it's like it's Kanye. So it's like it's going to be like, blown up. You know what I mean? It's going to be to the max more than what it is. Just because of, him being who he is, you know what I mean? You got to think of it on that level. Again, we off the Wi-Fi with it. You know what I'm saying? We off the Wi-Fi with it. But yeah, so yeah, I guess, if he said it, he can apologize, it could be of these things, you know what I mean? It could be a little bit of him fishing, you know what I'm saying? Just, shock value, being edgy, and, it could be a little bit of him, like you say, yeah, trying to get those sales and, you know what I'm saying? Or it could be, because people do things for, like I say, when you coming out, it's like you gotta, how then people gonna know you coming out? You gotta do or say something, you know what I'm saying? And so, but like I said, it's a lot of things, it's a lot of groups that I can say that about. Like if some, certain things that, people are attaching themselves to, it's different values and different things, and all history ain't been good history. You know what I'm saying? It's good and bad and everything. It's a game. That's why I say Mark knows that, and Mark is like, Mark's playing the game a little bit. He likes playing the game. He likes playing the game. And so, let's keep going. Let's keep going.
Drake said, Puff. One is on. One is in jail.
He said, think about the hypocrisy. I didn't want to bring it up. He did say that.
I don't even want to repeat such shit, but
there's a little bit more to that though. Is the fact we saw the video. We didn't see no video.
That don't mean it ain't true.
I'm not saying it ain't true.
It's just
but
allegation.
we know it's true here. We know it's true. There's no denying that that's true. We saw it.
I don't think
this one is just some words.
Well, we saw
think it's
Dr. Dre
fair.
though, and Dr. Dre was on the Super Bowl too. And that one is indisputable too.
Who saw Dr. Dre? I didn't see
I
Dr.
never
Dre.
saw Dr. Dre.
A club
on
full
no
of people
video.
when he smacked D Barnes down the steps. You kidding
That
me?
part.
There was a whole room full of people.
Yes.
I'm telling you, I did not see Dr. Dre do that.
What I'm
It's
saying
a-
is the claim.
you
It's
can
not just
Google it.
allegations. All I'm saying. It's been verified.
It is.
No one's.
That's not countering Ice's point of the public seeing something.
So
like
you-
Ray Rice.
So you're saying it's not just
exactly.
You're saying it's not just the proof.
You
it's-
can know
it's-
that it happened.
I get you. I see. I see what you mean.
We're
But-
not debating that it happened with Dre.
Understood. You're saying the visceral
The
response. is seeing it.
public seeing him do whatever.
It's a convenient
Bro.
irresponsibility, though. It's because it gives you plausible deniability. It's almost like saying, "Yo, we know these things happen, but I can still support it because I don't know with actual fact." You understand what I'm saying? But now you face with the actual fact, you get demonized for still supporting it. It's like a lazy responsibility that people have when they say,
Well, again,
because it might be one of our favorites.
I'm only using the examples that of the two names that Joe mentioned, well, that Kanye mentioned, and we don't know that it happened. It's not there's no confirmation.
We pick
with
and
the
choose.
See, and that's the
with the
difference.
Dr.
I
Dre
get-
thing.
we pick and choose.
Okay, you said a room full of people saw it. It was confirmed, et cetera.
He made a song about it.
You are correct.
What song?
Eminem referred to it in the record too.
I'm talking about Eminem when he said the same guy that
Yes.
slapped D Barnes, Mr.
Right.
Dre, Mr. N. I mean, they had a kiki
You're
about
right.
it on the song.
I'm
That's not fair.
talking about that.
He paid
I don't
her.
think that's.
That
I
don't
don't think
confirm
that
it
that's
either
fair.
for me.
What's not fair? Which part?
That song, Guilty Conscience.
Yeah.
It's a lot of shit M said in the record
Yep.
that, I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Okay, a room full of people.
Royce said in the song something about me. Don't ask me about your button.
The freestyle,
Yada,
BET
yada.
shit.
I'm not gonna say it.
Yeah.
That didn't confirm that I was doing that.
No,
But if there's a video
That's
to
just
go
you
along
in a
with
song
the
trying to be creative
allegation.
with some narrative.
I
I'm
hear
not
that.
gonna take that and say we're keying about something so serious.
Okay, well, this is what I'll say.
That's all I'm saying.
I agree with that.
Okay, well, he slapped in a room full of people. She fell down the steps. Everybody saw it. She sued. He acknowledged it.
People comment. MC Ren is fucking on. What did he say? He was like, he slapped her and I'd do it again or some shit like that. Like it was a whole conversation.
Right. Yeah, this isn't a whodunit. That's all I'm saying. I get your point. I take your point seriously that just because it's on a rap song don't make it real. I'm just saying all the pieces together, and it didn't matter. You know what I mean? To Ish's point, it seemed like if it's our fave, we let a lot of shit slide if it's one of our faves.
And I don't want to keep bringing this up, but if D Barnes was much more popular,
Like Rihanna
different
would
conversation.
have been a different, yeah.
And I
well,
say
but
that
it was also a
every
really,
single
it was
time.
also a really different
was a
time.
different time.
It was a different time.
That shit was a long time ago.
It
But,
was
they,
different.
but I don't see, and that's my problem also with that different time stuff. Because we pick and choose when we apply what's not acceptable today to different times. I don't like when we do that.
Not that right there.
Let be clear. It's 1,000% fucked up. No matter what, if it's 1990 or if it's 2025,
I agree.
it's 1,000%
I agree.
fucked up. A man beating the shit out of a fucking
It
woman,
wasn't
like
acceptable
it's
back
fucked
then.
up.
Violence toward women has always been frowned upon. Depending upon who's doing it and how powerful they are, that's how much media coverage it gets.
I understand.
You understand what I'm saying?
I get
So
that point.
niggas
I
don't
understand
look
what
at
you're
it like, oh damn, he was beating a woman. Oh, it's cool. Niggas don't say it's cool, but contingent upon the person, contingent upon how much media, contingent upon the two participants, that's how much attention it gets shed on. I mean, how much light gets shed on that particular situation. I don't ever think that it was accepted. I remember when that shit happened. I was in high school, my nigga. I was older. That shit was frowned upon, but she was kind of, I think she worked for Yo MTV Raps or some
She
shit.
did Pump It
back
Up.
then.
Not Pump It Up.
She was
the original VJ.
A VJ.
Yeah, the
back
original,
then.
yeah.
And Dre was still Dre. We didn't have the internet. We didn't have all of these particular outlets where she could go public with the story. So if I'm making millions of dollars with him and you just a VJ, we're gonna suppress the story. It behooves the networks to suppress the story because Dre's a cash cow and she's not.
Which is kind of what we're saying. The same thing we've heard about Puff for years. It was suppressed until we saw video.
And I said that.
And that's now.
That don't mean that people didn't know it was true and still decided to ride with Puff. That's what I'm saying. That don't mean that niggas took the lazy ink route like, oh, I don't know that's true.
I ain't
No,
see
niggas,
it.
you do know it's fucking true.
Right.
And until we got it blasted in front of our faces, now niggas got to pick a side. Niggas pick the convenient lie. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I don't know, I ain't see shit. No, now you see it. Now what? Now what you gonna do? So with these other instances, niggas may know that they true. I don't know these people personal business, but niggas might know that they true, and because we don't have it smack dab in front of our faces, we can still choose plausible deniability, bro. That's what I'm saying.
Maybe some niggas do it. I don't know. It ain't never cool with me.
I didn't mean for us to do the whole domestic abuse deep dive right there.
But that it was a Kanye. It was a Kanye rant. It was a Kanye rant.
I didn't even really want to bring up the Kanye rant.
Of course we
Please, because I don't think it's fair to even have his name involved in that.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, yo. I ain't gonna lie. Joe killed it when he, you know what I mean? Like how he did this whole thing. It's like I'm gonna try my best to like say something that's like, you know what I mean? Not too like crazy, but like, you know what I'm saying? I can still be like cool about it. Like, you know what I mean? I'm trying my best here. You know what I mean? I'm trying my best with what he said. Hold up. I gotta go back. What is this? Where we at with it? This 149. I gotta go back. Damn, Joe saying the same shit I'm saying. Like, it's like, you know what I mean? Like, it been a bunch of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a bunch of shit along the way. It's, you know what I mean? Like I say, I could say that about a lot of groups, a lot of, you know what I'm saying? Y'all saw me do the research live on the tube. You know what I mean? And so, it's wild, man. It's wild. Let me go back. Let me mute up.
What do you do until you know? I heard mad flagrant Kel story, not flagrant to the degree of which he got arrested, but flagrant with him on some Louis C.K. shit, beating off when he shouldn't beat off and shit like that. You just think, all right, rock star lifestyle might not make it. But until you know, dog, if it...
No, I've heard the stories.
I'm just saying, we've tenured long enough to have heard things and be like, all right, if that's true, freaky ass boy. But to see it and know the degree in which some niggas are truly sick and demented, listen, you don't know nobody until you go to their house and spend some time with them, like see what they doing off camera,
and maybe not even then.
Yeah, because
niggas could still put up the cape actress. You know what I mean?
For sure.
On a late night, nigga might turn into a whole different person.
Yeah.
Niggas be having alternative life. Dog, we watch fucking Billions. The nigga was the head attorney for the Southern District, and that nigga had people stepping on his balls with spikes. Like, you don't know what somebody... Jesus, that's what he did.
He liked to
he liked
dominatrix.
dominatrix.
But that's common with a lot of men in power. They like to be humiliated.
You get what I'm saying? So you don't know what somebody going
Spikes
through.
my balls is another level, though.
Yes.
Listen to Mel now. Like, wait a minute, hold up. What Mel? Like Mel talking like she know a little bit about. I'm surprised Joe ain't stop her and was like, what, you know what I mean? You sound like you know a little bit of that. What, men in power. You've dealt with a lot of men in power. Let's not. Hold on, wait a minute. Let's not forget. Like, we on the digging in the crates. I ain't even get to the part where it's like, Mel gotta understand. I was 13, Mel. That's all I'm gonna say. I was 13, Mel. And that's all I'm gonna say. Like, I'm not trying to make it creepy. I'm just saying what it was. You know what I mean? 2004, I was prime. You was prime. 2004, I was prime 13. I remember that. There was 7th grade. Yeah. You know what I mean? I was a teenage boy. Yeah. So, but I would have had to ask her, hold up, what you mean by that? What you elaborate? You know, explain. You know what I mean? Explain. What you mean you've dealt with a lot of men in power and what happened? Tell it. What they did. We want to hear about stuff like that from Mel. You know what I'm saying? That's what we would have wanted to hear from Mel.
White boys,
Humiliation.
especially
Just
white
curse me
boys.
out.
Really?
I got a trick for y'all. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
I got it. Just a quick little 20-second break up. Just a little something to break the...
And Joe like, we gotta get up out of there. Alright, so, you know what I'm saying? That was the first clip, the Kanye clip, you know what I'm saying? We gonna dig in the crates more, we gonna look for some more stuff, we just gonna bring it back, we just gonna hit you with some shit you might have seen, we gonna go back to some shit, we might even go back to Rory and Mal on some shit. You know what I'm saying? Just to pull up a conversation. Why not? Fuck it. So y'all be good, y'all be light. This was long enough. Y'all be good, y'all be light. This was long enough. Hit me back. I'm gonna let y'all know what's going on, and we'll just go from there. We'll get some more crates, dig in some more crates. We'll get some more clips. All right. You know what I'm saying? This Ahmad. I'm signing off. Peace.